This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a full-service construction company? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Angie Wall, with Southern Style Construction. Angie, how's it going today?
I'm good. Thank you for having us on the show today.
Yes, it is a pleasure to have you on. Now, Angie, we are so excited to learn all about you and Southern Style Construction. Can you start off by telling us just a little bit about your company?
Sure. So we are a full service construction company. We do both commercial and residential construction, anything from new construction to renovations, additions, basically a one-stop shop.
Amazing. Now, Angie, I have to ask, where did the name Southern Style Construction come from?
So that I have to give props to my husband, Joshua, who started the company. We actually own a separate company as well. It's Southern Style Landscaping, and he was dead set on using that Southern Style name. I wasn't a big fan, but after getting used to it, it's become something that we really both like.
Now, is that because you're both from the South, or?
Yes, born and raised in Dallas, Texas.
Now, how did you both originally get into a business like this?
Okay, so Josh was working for his uncle in a landscape company, and he had done that for many, many years. So even as a kid, as a young, a teenager, that's his first job. And then when I met him over 10 years ago, I encouraged him to do it on his own. So that's where Southern Style Landscaping evolved. And then it turned into outdoor kitchens and then full construction. So it's just something he has a passion for. I came from the medical field and joined the team recently, and just help with the design aspect of things, as well as scheduling and connecting and building relationships with our customers.
So, Angie, where's your teammate today?
He's camera shy. He is actually, we have about 3 projects going on at the moment, so he's actually working.
Amazing. Now, Angie, what is the most common myth or misconception you come across in the construction industry?
I feel the number one thing that we hear from our customers is a lot of contractors just do not pick up the phone. So we pride ourselves in our customer service and our team, and really trying to do an excellent job at being readily available for our customers, whether they're potential customers, if they're repeating customers. We also feel that general contractors have a bad rep. A lot of people have given the GCs a really bad reputation. So when we show up to a house for a meeting to give a quote, then we feel like there's already a wall there, and they're a little hesitant because maybe they've hired somebody in the past that did them wrong, and we have to kind of work really hard at rebuilding that trust.
So, Angie, what is that first step to building back that trust?
I feel like for us, it's seeing that this is a husband and wife team. It's our family business, that we take pride in our work. We do a good job, quality work. We also will give references if the customers ask. Really, it is about treating this project, if it was our own project, not necessarily just a number or another, next project, and it's just like just a vicious cycle. We really try to add that personal touch in the experience, because construction can be very, very stressful. Anybody that's gone through a small project on into a big project, it can affect every aspect of your life. And so knowing who your GC is, the kind of background they have, the type of people they are, and knowing that you're in good hands, it's just a very important decision.
So, Angie, do you see this construction company and landscaping company staying in your family for generations to come?
That's our hopes and dreams. Now we do have two daughters um, and two older sons that are already in their professions, but our two daughters are still young enough to where they could take over the family business. So that would be ideal for us. And there's girls in constructions these days, so
Yes, that is so amazing how nowadays we can be in any industry, right?
yes, yes, no limits.
Now, we know marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target clients or audience? And in terms of marketing today, how do you stay front and center in front of them?
That's a good question. We feel like we do have a good marketing team. We try to stay relevant on just on the internet. We ask a lot of our customers, where do you go to when you have a project that you need? Do you go to Google? Do you go to the internet? Do you ask friends and family? Do you how do you go and find those? Is it advertising? Like you drove by a sign and it just when you needed that service, you remembered that vendor. And it's a little bit of everything, but we do try to stay current on social media. We do mailers. We have an email campaign that we run. But mainly, I believe I'm kind of old fashioned. And if we do good work, word of mouth is the best thing you could give our business. Referrals are the best compliment we could receive. So I feel like that's kind of our marketing strategy.
So, Angie, in terms of staying, I would say most relevant with the newest marketing strategies, have you ever thought about having your own podcast?
I haven't, but this is definitely interesting. And my husband watches a ton of podcasts. I'm normally running around chasing the kiddo and doing all of the activities and taking care of the home when I'm not working. But it is something that I know is here to stay. And I know a lot of people enjoy podcasts. So it is something to look into.
Well, it is that teamwork that makes the dream work.
For
Couple more
sure.
questions for you today, Angie. Can you please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Southern style construction that they will get with your guys' company that they won't find in another construction company?
Sure. I feel like it's just that added touch, that Southern style hospitality, which Texas is known for. Just the connection and the communication, the open communication. I feel like that just goes a long way in construction needs. Like I said, there are a lot of GCs that have given us a bad name, a bad reputation, and we fight hard every day to eliminate that philosophy of I'm going to get ghosted or they're going to take my money and run. This is the heart and soul of what we do every day. Even when we're at home, we're discussing projects and plans at the dinner table. So it is that little extra added touch that I feel like sets us apart from our competitors.
Angie, you mentioned the Texas touch of the construction. For our listeners who may be further than just Texas, what does that really mean to you?
Well, our hopes and dreams are to grow this company. Right now, we basically focus on the DFW area, but that's Josh's doesn't really put limits on anything. That's where we've gotten to where we are today. Is he is a risk taker and he's not scared to do things that he's never done before, and I admire that about him. I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm a little bit more hesitant, but I think that's where we work great as a team, and I could definitely see him wanting to be all over the place.
So, Angie, one final question for you today. What our listeners really want to know is where can they go to learn more about Southern style construction?
I would say the easiest way to get a hold of us is to call us. Our phone number is 214-701-4740. And then next is our website, southernstyleconstruction.net. And we also have an email address, which is long southern style construction, inc@yahoo.com.
Well, Angie, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Sophia, and thanks again for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.